Yeah, Heather, stay on because they will sometimes forget, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So excited to see so many of you guys. Hi. Happy Tuesday. Happy first meeting of the month. I am super pumped about our training. I'm gonna have Leah go first. I know she's just sent me stuff, but Leah is fairly new to our team. She joined with with Sarah, not with Zyia. She joined with Sarah, and she's a mom of three. She has 2-year-old, 4-year-old, and 7-year-old, and they live in coastal North Carolina. And the reason why we asked her is she is apparently a social media marketing, graphic design expert, and she focuses and specializes in direct sales strategies. So how amazing is that to have on our team, right? I was really excited because Sarah was like, you got to get with this girl. So Leah, thank you so much for being here and being a part. I'll let you go first and then I'll
For
do
sure.
my little announcements and stuff.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Like Angel said, I am new to Zyia. I'm very new to Zyia. Not new to the clothes. I love the clothes. Oh my God, they're amazing. But I have been in direct sales for a little over 5 years. I even dabbled in it before then. um, so I know the deal, right? I know what it's all about. When I was jumping in, I knew what I was getting into. Um, and one of the things that when I started in indirect sales about 5 years ago, I was in a place in my life where I couldn't really have in-home parties. That was before COVID. That was when everybody was having parties. Can everyone hear me okay? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Um, and I had two really small kids, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And I was like, there is no way I'm going to be able to get this house clean enough to have a party. Where am I going to put my kids if I have a party at someone else's house? Like, how am I going to do this? But I wanted to do it. So I had to find another way. I had to find a way that was going to work for me where I was in my life. And so I really just started diving into social media and social media marketing and how people were using it, because everybody was all of a sudden started using social media for their online businesses. And I was like, how are they doing this? And so I just like was obsessed with it. I watched every single free training I could find. I found a couple of mentor types that I have been following, and like just, I took some classes. I just like, it's like I can't get enough of it. So I mean, I don't know that I would call myself an expert, but I'm definitely pretty knowledgeable. And like I said, I'm mildly, maybe not mildly, like definitely more than mildly obsessed with it. So the biggest thing that I see is I just see a lot of people like not really optimizing their social media. Like we want to run our business a little bit more on autopilot. We want to use social media to grow our business. But it's like, how do we do it? Right. So a couple of the things that I found to be very helpful was to first think of like what your goal is. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? If it's just um, to grow your following, then okay, well, why? Like dig a little deep. Like what is the main purpose? And if it's to grow your business or to make money or to get a beach house or like whatever, like think big. Like if you have that goal in mind, that's going to keep you motivated. So I always like to start with like your goal. Like, what's your goal? What are you trying to accomplish? And the first kind of like little step that everybody kind of gets into is usually like the attraction. Um, like you're trying to attract people to us, right? Like, so if you don't really know what your goal is and you don't really know who you're trying to attract, then you end up on this like constant content creation hamster wheel. Has anybody ever felt like that? Like they're just on this hamster wheel of like trying to create content and they don't really know like they're even what they're even doing. Does anybody feel me here? Yes, no, raise your hand. Anybody? Nobody? Yeah. Okay.
I feel you, but I'm obsessed with it though.
Obsessed with
creating content, creating new content.
Yeah, no, that's great. Like, but
yeah, I'm totally guilty of that, but I like to.
No, it's good. No, it's good to like want to create it. So I guess what I'm talking about is like for the people that feel like they're creating stuff, it's like posting just to post. Like you don't know what, like you're just posting just to post, and you're like kind of like, I know I need to post. I know I need to do something. Oh my goodness, this person's doing this. Maybe I should do that. Like if you're feeling kind of like lost, like do you feel like that, or do you feel like you know what you're doing and you have a strategy in place? I can't hear you. Sorry.
You know, I have a strategy and a direction. I'm not sure that everyone else can follow it, but it's in my head. It makes sense.
No,
you know
that's,
what I mean?
yeah, no, that's perfect. So that's
Like,
kind of
we'll
like,
get to know each other better, but I am kind of a random human being anyways, and that's what people expect from me.
yeah.
Anyways, but
No,
yeah, I have a
that's
strategy.
awesome.
I have a road ahead of me. Yes. Yeah.
And that's awesome. That's kind of where, like, I don't really know you guys well enough to kind of know like where everybody's at, but that's ultimately like what Kathleen is saying, like having a strategy and having a road and like knowing which direction you're going in. That is like usually for a lot of people that are just starting out, that's like the biggest battle. They're like, how do I even do that? So does anybody else, because I definitely don't want to bore you guys. So if you already have a strategy in place, can you raise your hand so I know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, awesome. So I don't want to tell you guys stuff that you already know. So do you guys have any like questions? Like, what do you struggle with when it comes to social media marketing for your business? Like, what are some of the things that you would like to pick my brain about? Because I don't want to just like sit here and talk to you guys and bore you guys about stuff that you already know. So I would rather like use this as an opportunity to like help you guys with some of the problems or issues or like questions that you have. So does anybody have any questions?
The most complaint I hear is engagement from our team.
Engagement. Okay.
Would you agree, Angel?
So let's go. Randy, did you have something to say?
Yeah. So when I initially started, I would say I created a VIP group at the beginning of the year. And like I had this vision even before Zyia, like I just wanted to bring women together. So I kind of started off just like putting posts out there that were like resonating with me because I'm kind of like on this personal development journey.
Mhm.
But now, like, for instance, going to conference, like I've kind of like honed in and I'm getting more like targeted on what that approach may look like. So it's been kind of through trial and error, I think, and some of my own belief blockers. Like kind of that fear of, oh, what are they, what are they going to think? Or, so it's just, I think it's a process and it just takes some time, which is really funny because I'm in marketing full time for a very large brand. But when it comes to my own personal brand, I'm like, I feel like I've come a long way, but I really just need to continue to work at it through, self-development and all of that. So
I think that I feel like that is the right way to be organic about it. Really is like create a community and then like create your own, I don't, yeah.
Yeah,
like
no,
being privy to watching your glow up in the last few months. Like I really feel like that's like we got to know you and then you like hot pants. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like, so I dig the way you're doing it. And I think it just takes time.
I don't know where it came from. So Sarah did a VIP survey and I'm just starting to get that out and I'm getting responses back from it. And I don't know what took me so long to send it out. Like people are just saying, like it's more like, what would you like to see? But you're also integrating like about the business. So I think where I'm kind of going with it is just don't be afraid to be so targeted and ask the questions.
That's the number one thing
like,
that I have learned from sales strategy is to get to know your clients and to ask them questions. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to make sure that I told you that. And the other thing that just came up when you were talking about like the fear is like, we don't want to put our limiting beliefs onto our community or onto our audience. And I'm going to talk about our audience and our community is kind of interchangeable because I feel like, whoever it is that is like listening to us or watching us or whatever, like our audience, like we ultimately want to create a community, right? A place that's valuable to people that they're going to keep coming back to. So what do you have to offer to them that's valuable? And it sounds like you have a lot in this personal development journey that a lot of people may like be just starting out. And they say like one person's story could be like another person's like, what is it, like guidebook or survival book or something. So like, it's hard to be vulnerable sometimes, but sometimes that's what helps people like really connect with you and really like, get to know you. And there's the whole like, oh, the know, like, and trust. Like, I mean, I've heard that till I was like my ears bleed, but it's not, it's a lot, so much more than that. It's so much more than just your community knowing, liking, and trusting you. Like you really need to know, like, and trust your community, because how can you be vulnerable around people that you don't trust? Like that's really, really hard. And a lot of people just like, they'll put up that wall and then you're just not going to get that connection. Like it's like give and take, you know, like with any relationship. So it's like building these relationships with these people that you've gotten in your group. Like that's where the magic happens, I feel, is like in that VIP group. So how do we get those people? How do we get more of those people into that group? I feel like that's a place where a lot of people struggle. Is that not the case? Do you guys have absolutely no problems getting new people into your group, or how do you guys feel about that? If anybody feels like they need help getting new people into their group, just raise your hand. Okay. So obviously, like social media at this stage is not like an income producing activity for most of us. I mean, it's just not, but we spend so much time on it. So the strategies that you can use with your social media is to use it as a funnel those people into your groups. So how can you do that, right? You need to provide them with value. Like I'm a little bit more of an Instagram person. Facebook and I have a very dysfunctional relationship. So I like funnel people onto my email list. That's just kind of how I do it. But I'm trying to resurrect my VIP group, and I actually just rebranded it, and I'm hopeful that that will kind of like come back to life, because it was once a very hopping community, and I don't know, I just fell off the planet. So how can you attract people to your group? Well, you need to get them coming back to you. You need to get them like interested in what you have to say, or like what you have to offer. And so by offering like things that are valuable to them, that is going to keep them coming back for more. So like for Randy, for example, like it sounds like she has a lot of experience in personal development with her own journey. That can be a very inspiring thing for a lot of people. And the three main reasons that people come onto social media is to be educated or entertained. Well, I guess there's four: education, entertainment, inspiration, and connection, right? So if we're just posting about like the sale, then like people are going to get bored, or they're not going to be interested. But if we're posting about our journey or something that they can really like take with them, or even if it's just like you're like super into healthy eating and you know all of these, gosh, I lost my headphones, time hacks, and and you can just like really offer people something that can help them, then that's gonna keep them coming back. And so once they're coming back, so then what do you do with them, right? They're coming back. But if you don't have a place for them to go, so ideally your VIP group or your email list, then that's great. They're on your social media. That's wonderful. Hopefully you can connect with them in the DMs, but ultimately we want to get them somewhere else. We want to get them somewhere else where we can nurture them. So we can nurture them, and then they may end up becoming our clients. They may end up hosting a party. They may end up becoming a team member. So one way that you can use that attraction, right? You're using all this value, you're providing valuable content on your Instagram or on your Facebook or whichever platform that you feel most comfortable on. You do not need to be on all of them. Just pick the one that's most comfortable for you. For me, it's Instagram. So I happen to know that one a little bit better, but the theories pretty much will go across the plane if you're on TikTok or if you're on Facebook. So you're providing all of this value, but you need to get them into your funnel, right? So that's where the link in your bio comes in. That's where your bio is like super, super important. When people go check you out, they're like, okay, what's in it for me? I mean, I hate to say it, but that is what they're doing. They're looking at your bio and they're like, what's in it for me? Why should I follow this person? So it's really important to be clear on like who you are and what you do, but without being like it's half art and half science. And like, I can't tell you like how to write your bio. I honestly like probably rewrite mine like every other month, because as things evolve and change, your bio is going to evolve and change. But ultimately what you want to do is you want to get people to click on your profile, and you want to get them to hit the follow button, and you ultimately want to get them to click on whatever link that you have in there. And you do not want that to be your Zyia website. You want that to be a link to where you're going to nurture them. Is it going to be in your email list, or is it going to be in your Facebook group. So I see a lot of that where I'm, I'll do like these bio audits, and I'll just go and I'll check out someone's bio, and I'll just kind of see if they're showing a clear message and what link that they have in there. And if it's a shopping link, then that it kind of ends there. There's no place to nurture them other than just trying to keep up with them on social media. But we know how easy it is to just like kind of ignore people on social media. Like you just you keep scrolling, or you just unfollow or whatever. But if we can get them into where the magic happens, either your email list or your Facebook group, then you have that opportunity to nurture them and to take them to the next level, providing excellent customer service, providing them with more value in your group, whatever it happens to be. That, like, I like to think of it as like, what do your friends always ask you for help for, or help with? Like, what do they ask you for help with? If your friends are asking you for help with that, and it's something that you're good at and that you like talking about. Now, if it's something that really bores you, then it's probably not gonna like, be as fun. But if it's something that really excites you, like maybe you're like really good at doing makeup, or maybe you're like a yoga teacher, or maybe you're really good at organizing stuff. If you are, please reach out to me because I need all the help. But whatever it is, like, if your friends are coming to you for help with that, then chances are there are a whole lot of other people out there that also need help with it. And as far as like, asking people what they want to see, there's a fine line there too. You want to give the people what they want, but you also want to stay true to who you are. And you want to be like joyful with the content that you're creating. And you want to come on like excited to talk about whatever it is that you're going to talk about. And you don't want to let your community steer the boat too much with what direction that you're going in, or you're just going to like the light inside is going to just start to go out, like we start doing what people are wanting, and we're not doing what's making us joyful. So there's definitely a way to integrate it all. But you got to stay true to yourself while also serving your community, if that makes sense to you guys. Yes, Randy.
Okay, so I'm looking at my Linktree analytics, and this is kind of interesting because I just hit join my team. It wasn't getting any clicks, but my VIP page has clicks. But I recently, coming back from conference, I created an on-demand site. So essentially it's like your whole experience, like highlighting products, but it's my own personal website. It's mobile optimized. So that received actually the more clicks, but that's been the most recent one. So what do you think about that? I mean, that's more personalized maybe to me and my story, but then also Zyia's kind of integrated into that because it's essentially to sell product. What are your thoughts on including that?
I think it's great. Like Linktree, I have a love-hate relationship with Linktree, and that's a conversation for a whole nother time. I won't like waste our time on that. But I think it's great. But the key is with that is like, are people giving you a way to follow up with them? Because you have like, it's basically just like, an influx of people that you don't really know, that you don't have a personal connection with outside of social media. And if you don't even know who they are, then it's great that they're looking at it, but there's no way to follow up with them.
Convert them.
Exactly. And to continue to nurture them. Like, Angel could be like looking at your site, and let's pretend like she's not on the team and that she's just a client. She could be looking at your site all day long and she's like, wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Oh gosh, I have so many questions. Oh my God, I got to make dinner. Oh my gosh, my kids, whatever. But if she had that personal connection with you where you could text, hey, I saw that and it's hard to get analytics on that way. Like you have to get them to engage, right? Hey, I saw that you, we're taking a look at my on-demand site. That's so awesome. What questions do you have? This is my whatever. And then whatever you do to follow up. So, I mean, one way to work around that would be to get like, to put whatever it is that you put to get them to click on that, could take them to something else that then you can capture their information, like their email list or like a landing page, basically. So their email list, or there's this service called Project Broadcast that I really love, because I feel like email is not dead. It is slowly dying, and texting is kind of like taking over. And so it's an automated texting service. Has anybody heard of Project Broadcast? Does anybody use it? Yeah.
No.
It's really great. It's $10 a month. Pretty much anybody who has a project broadcast can give you a link to get like, I think it's like 500 free minutes or credits or whatever. So just reach out to whoever you know that has it and they can hook you up. But what you can do is you can either capture their email or capture their phone number as a way to follow up with them and then deliver that link that way. So it's kind of like the whole concept behind the email freebies, like the lead magnet is what they call it, where you, in exchange for their contact information, you are giving them something of value. So that's another way also to kind of like attract people to you, and then have a way to follow up with them by providing them something of value, like, you know, let's say for personal development, let's just use that as an example, like top 5 personal development books and why I love them. And that could be something free for somebody that you could deliver via text message or via email. And the tech is not that hard. I mean, if I'm able to figure it out with because I figured a lot of this out when my kids were all at home, like surrounding me, like during COVID. If I can figure it out with all those distractions, like really anybody can. And if you have trouble, I'm happy to walk you guys through how to do it another time. But I mean, that's really like the basic strategy, you know, behind social media marketing is to really just be able to use social media as a funnel to then be able to connect with them outside of social media in some other nurturing setting, some sort of community setting, or in their inbox or text, whatever's going to work for you. And what works for me or works for Angel or Kathleen or Randy might not work for you. And it's like, it sucks because I wish we could just be like, oh, do this and it's going to work. But I mean, it's really it's not a one size fits all. But it's not super hard to figure out. There is going to be some trial and error, but it is doable. So I don't know if that is helpful at all. Does anybody have?
Kimberly had a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi. My question is I think I'm unmuted. Yes, I am. My question is with posting stories on Facebook and Instagram, to me, they seem to post backwards from each other. So I've kind of like, because like you've got like a sequence of like 5 posts that you want to do, and they need to be in a specific order. And I think Facebook does them backwards from Instagram or something. And then like, do you find it's better to post like a bunch all together or sprinkle them out through the day? And so I'm just, because like I'll post 4 or 5 things, and like the first 3 will get quite a few, and then they off, even if I just kind of want to know what your strategy was.
Yeah. So for stories, like I really like stories because that's also a way to kind of like nurture your audience and like it's a little bit more intimate setting, right? So it's a way to be a little bit more personal. That might be an opportunity too, where if there is a sale, you could talk about that really quick. But so it really depends. Some people like to just batch their stories and then just post them all at once. But remember, they're 15 seconds at a time. So the average person, like if you don't grab their attention within the first 3 seconds, they're probably going to just like tap and see what else is happening, and tap and see what else is happening. And then if it's not really grabbing them, then they're going to swipe. So you really just need to like grab their attention in the beginning. And just remember that they're 15 seconds long. So if you have 15-second long stories, there's a chance that whoever's watching might not have the time to keep watching. And maybe they want to, but it's just too long. So it's like, it really just depends. If you have something to say, and if you have like a sequence that you really want to walk them through, then I'd say go ahead and post it all at once. But I mean, if it works out for you where you can, you like to post like your morning cup of coffee, like, and what are you drinking this morning? I mean, you can be interactive in your stories too. There's all those stickers where you can, do polls, and you can have a little text box, and you can ask them for advice, or which is really good because people like that. People like to help, and they like to give advice. So I'm sorry, I tend to go off on tangents. So I will come back to what you were saying, Kimberly.
The most useful too is feedback.
I was just going to say too, and all this, like what do you like? You know, again, be true to who you are. What do you like? What annoys you? I mean, that's kind of my rule of thumb. And like, just again, have that person you're talking to, serve them and be consistent about it. Do the same, like, don't just all of a sudden change your thing. The only thing I would say, if you're all you're doing is posting restocks and new releases, stop. Stop. Don't even do that. That is a waste. You are wasting everyone.
Mhm.
I mean, you can do that, but if that's all you do, no one's gonna know. They're gonna glaze over it. So
Mhm.
show you, be you, but also do what you like to do and make sure you're serving. I think that's the big key.
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
And then my question about the posting sequence, am I right that Facebook kind of like flips them around and Instagram will keep them going in this correct order when someone comes in? Or am I just,
I haven't personally had that problem. It sounds like Angel, maybe you
Okay.
have some
No,
experience
it's
with
just
that.
it posts your very first one first. But again, you're
Okay,
with all
yeah.
this, I think what the biggest thing too is you're giving it so much thought
Yeah.
that it shouldn't really be it shouldn't be really
No.
I mean, it should be like a strain of thought. Like it shouldn't
Yeah.
have to go necessarily in order. I mean, there's some that you do want to have, like, you know, here's the kit, join me or whatever. But yeah, I just don't give
Yeah.
it that much thought.
I feel like your story is kind of like your playground, like your Zyia playground, your playground for everything. Yeah, kind of like definitely where to show your personality, where to show your all in 45 seconds. You can show everything you offer someone, you know. So Kimberly, I think you like are definitely strategizing maybe in your stories too much and just not having fun with, like, just have fun with your stories.
Yeah, they're supposed to
and, like, have
highlight your
have
personality.
your posts
Yeah.
be strategic.
Yeah.
But really just like
away.
it's your playground.
I
Like,
think,
of it that way,
and I
maybe.
think the thing that I've had where we're talking about income producing, the things I have success with selling are when I post a picture of myself in my outfit, which is what I do every single day for the most part. I don't need to look pretty. I look gross most of them. I normally get somebody like, oh, I love that shorts, I love that shirt, whatever. Or the business opportunity. And people are watching that, and over time, they'll be like, okay, what is this? Or I've been seeing this or whatever. So those two things I think are the best things that you can post along with your who you are. I think, but
Mhm.
getting business from it, those two seem to be what works. I know we're at 12:30. I don't want to go. I know I have some stuff I want to talk about real quick.
Yes, so I will wrap this up. You guys, I just created a new Instagram. It's called Leah Zazali Social, I think. I'm going to be posting a lot more like of this kind of content stuff. If you have questions or whatever, you can reach out to me there or personally on the Facebook, whatever. But I'm happy to help you guys. I mean, I love this stuff. I love helping people. And Randy, kind of like what you said about being you work in marketing. It is so much easier to help other people with their deal than it is to like do the work and like for yourself. So I totally feel you on that. So if you guys do feel like you are struggling and you want to reach out for help, just know that the help is there. Okay. So thank you,
Awesome.
Angel, so much.
Yeah,
It was a pleasure
so
to be able to
great.
come on here. I hope that this was somewhat helpful. I know it was a little all over the place, but if you get to know me, you will know that that is who I am. So
I love that.
Yeah, like we're all squirrels. We're all squirrels. You did, that was great. We followed right along.
Sarah, did you want to say something?
I wanted to plug Leah because her and I connected yesterday and we're chatting, and I kind of had a hunch, but like Kimberly, you've been so great about like sharing like the on-demand parties that you've started doing. And Leah does noonday as well and she had sent me this on demand a while back, like way before, and I didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And I asked her, I was like, are you using that girl's program? And Miss Leah is actually one of her designers.
Oh,
So she designed
cool.
yeah.
So if you guys don't want to do it on your own and you request it to be done for you, chances are I will be the one doing your design.
Kimberly is actually going to share more about that today. So that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, that's one of my little side hustles is I freelance for Julie, doing all
I
the
love
designs.
it. Well, you
so.
did a great job. I've been working on mine last night, and the templates they have are so good. So
They're really cute. The Zyia one especially, by far, you guys. I mean, I work on all of them. They have them for Color Street and Beauty Counter and Scout and Cellar and like the Zyia one is the best one. Like it really is. I just really feel like it really is very like all encompassing and just really tells the story and just has a lot of options too to like be changed up. And I love it. It's my favorite one. So
Awesome.
Leah,
Yeah,
can I send you mine? Oh,
Who-
sorry. Leah,
who am I talking to?
Randy.
Yes. Can you send?
Can I send you? No, because I completely nerded out on it because I do website design for my clients too. So I did my whole template and I just went kind of crazy on it. Can I send you mine just to see?
To look at? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
just to
sure.
look at.
Randy, I want
Yeah.
to see. I'll send you mine. I'm working on it, but
Okay.
I did change. I'm changing it up a bit because I'm really comfortable with Canva or design websites with that. But I have loved it. So I'd love to see what y'all do and then get.
Yeah, no, I would love to see y'all's design. So please, like, show me them.
Yay! I love that. Well, thank you again, and you're welcome to stay on the team call. But if you have to go, we understand. But
Yeah, no, I'll be here. I might have to, mute, but I'll be around.
Cool. Well, I'm super pumped. You did such a great job. Thank you. Thank you. Have a couple of just fun things. First of all, we haven't seen each other since Summit. What? I am so excited about Summit. It was amazing. Who here at least watched it? I know who went. Who watched it already? So if you have not watched it, I posted today on our team page. They did email the videos out. Definitely take the time. I will say I have, this is like my third or fourth Summit. It was so good. It's so solid. We're gonna have two people talk about it in a second being there. But I thought the speakers did a really, really great job. It was all their top presidential above kind of girls. And it's just good to watch it. So please take the time and do that. You don't have to sit there and watch. You can just listen to it. But you did get an email with the link. So do that for sure. But I did want to have Randy and Robin talk about Summit because they were there really quickly. Right? Y'all were the ones talking about it, hopefully. And just like what it was like and was it worth it and all that stuff. Robin, why don't you go first?
So yes, it was absolutely 100% worth it. And I appreciated what they said when we were there. Like, for some of us, it did take a lot to get there. It was an expense. We had to fly, have our kids looked after. I had to arrange things with my husband who's gone every third day. He had to take time off to be with our son. So absolutely it was worth it. And I will go again next year. And I think even outside of, there's so much I took from it as a Zyia rep, but really there's so much more that I took from it as a woman, because we are so used to wearing all the hats and doing all the things and juggling all the responsibilities that we have to do. And I think we get caught up myself, just in life. Like, are we doing this right? Is this, what we should be doing? Are we where we're supposed to be? And I think that even outside of Zyia, just talking to the group about fear, about overcoming your obstacles, about being a badass, just going for, what you want to go for, and just putting faith in yourself, your team. I think getting to listen to Jeremiah and Brenda and Aaron, the founders of this company, speak life over their reps. This is my first experience in a direct sales business. And so I think, sometimes in the back of my mind, maybe I had, it was like, people at the top just want to make money. They want you to build your team, and that's how all of it works. And that is so different. It is so different. The founders of this company care about me, little old me, senior rep in Charleston, South Carolina. They care about me as a business. They care about me as a woman, as a mom, as a Christian, building a company. The energy in the room, meeting people that I'd never met before, and just being welcoming. It is a community, is not a competition. Everybody celebrates what we're all doing. And I think having keynote speakers there speaking over us, encouraging us, blessing us, I mean, obviously I took things away from it in my own like as growing my business about pushing past fear and working hard and not making excuses and really understanding your why and why I'm doing this and what I want to accomplish out of this. But even things that I could take into my marriage and being a mother and being a good friend and being a Christian, it just was so powerful to be there and so inspired by these women who have just like hit the ceiling. People on our team, I mean, being able to go up on stage and be recognized. I mean, it just was really, really powerful, super encouraging. I would say everybody, hands down, you better go next year, period.
Yeah. For sure. Oh my gosh, Robin, that was amazing. So good. Randy, how about you? It was so great to finally meet Randy. I thought that was the fun part.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was a lot for me to get there because the entire month of August I was on the road traveling for my full-time job. But it just so happened I have clients in Salt Lake City, so I just extended that week. I brought in my in-laws, and very similar, like I just really felt in my heart that I needed to be there. Because like I said, I think for me, it's been more of a personal journey than anything. And I have my little notes here from conference. So some of the highlights, like I just kind of quickly went through, and really what stuck out to me is, belief blockers, how we get like in this headspace too in our head about, fear and what that means. But the one thing that really stuck out to me is owning your own time. And I really had to take a step back because I'm in this 9 to 5 mentality every single day. So, and I really had to get clear with doing Zyia is, okay, I'll fit it in here. I'll do a little bit here. That's not working for me. So I needed to just be real with myself and say, I need to work this as a business and not fit in the little bits here and there. And it's going to take some sacrifices. But if I design my day to satisfy me first, which is going for my walk, getting that mental clarity, showing up in the best version of myself, and then delegating the power hour. I think that that's probably been the most successful for me because I can simply look at it and go, I'm going to do 15 minutes here to follow up with potential customers, 15 minutes here. And I know we have a few sheets kind of flying around that Angela has shared. So I think for me, that was the biggest takeaway in all of that. And then if you guys do not have this book, you need to get it. This has, honestly, I can really identify with the author, Judy Holler. I feel like we're kind of parallel in some of the things that she's experienced in her life, but this book is definitely life-changing. And Sarah, I had to laugh because she mentions the book that you sent me. Is it Essentialism or what is it?
Yeah,
I have it on my desk here, but yeah. So I would say that was probably the biggest thing. And I wrote a few notes here when Erin got up and spoke. She was telling a story about her son and how he was into soccer, and this journey about how he really got in this place of consistently showing up no matter what. It takes humility, and it takes a while to build up that confidence. So I would say that I could identify with that because it has been really getting out there, building my confidence, like sharing my story and what this means. And now I feel like I'm at a point where people are really genuinely connecting with me. So I don't know, there's so much more I could go into detail here. Hopefully that sums it up. But I would definitely say, investing in going into the conference, setting aside some funds, a little bit here and there every month. It will be life-changing for you guys.
Hey, thank you. And Tev actually shared her budget on our team page, and I think it was a couple $100 every month, which can be a lot. So just do what you can, but for sure. And there's so many other ways to save, sharing rooms and all that kind of stuff. But it's so worth it, guys. And I do agree with what both these ladies said, is that this company, what for me, was going to headquarters and having a change. You know, the company, everybody's so approachable, every single rep. It doesn't matter where they are, but just knowing that their number one priority is us. Absolutely. Way before they want to make sure that customers are happy for us. They want to make sure the products are good for us. They want to make sure we have a life-changing opportunity for us. I mean, and I really felt great about the future with them, to be debt-free, like so many things that they are just smart about. They have that panel with all of them. Watch that. If they have that, is so good about where they're going, what they're doing, for us. And so that was really, really exciting. So thank you. And then they did announce Australia, which is really, really cool. I know some of you have contacts there. I know a lot of us have been talking about it. There is a call that corporate has announced for Thursday at whenever time it is, noon our time. So definitely try to be on there. They'll record it, of course. I have seen some posts about the key markets in Australia, and I was talking to a guy I get coached with, and he made a really interesting point. I've told a couple of you guys this, that Australia is amazing. We definitely need to be prepared for it. But there are 19 million people in Australia, and there are 19 million people in Florida. Okay, so I'm going to get us to go bonkers in Australia, but I'm also going to get us to go bonkers in Florida and other places in the US that are still untapped. There are not major teams in several states, and I've got those states. So I'm going to be hitting the road. I'm going to do road trips later this year and into next year. I want to come where you guys are. I want to do a big fun thing. I've got a lot of ideas. I'm an event person, so be prepared for that. I'll reach out to you about that. I'm super pumped to be doing that. And then we will be doing some Australia calls with people who you know there, to learn about the business and be ready. I think they're going to launch it in December or January. Probably January is what I would predict, but they are starting to promote it more. So we just need to be prepared as much as possible for when that is going to happen. They said as soon as the country reopens, that will be when they start. And what we've seen is the airlines are planning to reopen in December. So just be prepared for Australia. Come to the call. We'll send you more on when we do calls about Australia. I'm just working on the details. It will be in October. Other things, y'all, we have the Gold Digger program. Oh my gosh, and the kit. We all know the kit. Last day to get that. Definitely be sure, not just posting it. You need to be reaching out to anybody who's a good customer, who you've been talking to about the business. Even if you've talked to them this week or last week, just remind them today is the last day. They're not gonna, I don't think they would extend it. That would be crazy. They won't be offering anything like this for a while. I remember the last time they did something like this, y'all, they didn't offer anything like this for like 2 years. So it's a once in a long time situation for us to take advantage of, and it's such a good deal. So be sure to be promoting that. Gold Digger, for anybody new, you have a chance to get $1,500 bonus this month if you just have 3 friends that want to get that kit. So definitely go for that. If you are not new, you have a $750 bonus. I know a few of us are going for the honking big thing, the $5,000 bonus on top of the $750 each month. I'm so excited because Heather and I have gotten it. So many of you are super, super close. So I know the crew that got it the first month will get it every month. I'm confident we're going to be getting that big bonus. So that makes me super happy. But all of you have a chance to still get $750 or $1,500 for 2 more months. It's the 14th. You have so much time. I think there's like an extra Wednesday in this month. So go for it. You just need to invite your friends and do some parties and have some good sales. Okay. The one thing on that too is Chrissy Tager set up a page that is a Gold Digger page. And if you haven't gone through that, trivia thing I did on my VIP page, which any of you are welcome to use. Thank you for not playing. I just didn't want, obviously y'all would have won. That was great, guys. I would highly recommend doing that on your VIP page. I think, Jeannie, you asked me if You can use it, yes, and I can share it with everybody. I've been meaning to do that with the questions and answers, but I found that on that page, and I found a ton of other stuff like that on that page. You kind of had to dig, but they're sharing ideas. There's a lot of rah, I got it or whatever, but go through that page if you have some time, because there's a lot of great stuff. It is on our last team call. It's a Facebook page. It's on our last team call as a link. It's the Chrissy Tager thing. So if you go on our Facebook page, it's linked on there. Okay, on-demand parties, really quick. As Leah said, and Randy, I'm so excited you're using them, but Kimberly, I'm going to give her the credit because she got this, and you got that from that Chrissy Tager page. Yeah. So
yes.
Tell us about on-demand parties and what they are, and a little in a nutshell what people can do.
Okay, yeah. So with this, instead of having to do a Facebook group party, which I think people are getting really burned out on, you create through Canva, because I never knew you could create a website with Canva. You create I have anywhere from like a 12 to 16 page or slides, and someone can just go through your links and look at your products, and you create links for your I created one for my girlfriend for a party. So she could send it to her friends via email, and you have people give you their contact information, their text or email, and you can check in with them that way. And then they can go through this on their own time. So I kind of call it like my Zyia boutique, instead of saying, that it's a party. So I've created one for my girlfriend's party. I created one that is for opportunities. So if someone's interested in the business, and it's like 15 slides. And then I have that I put as a link in my email, so that when I send an email to someone, there's a little link that's got 12 slides that shows these are my favorite clothes and the top 10 things. So it's a little more personalized. And I think Angel did one where it was like a style assessment. So someone can see the different types of clothes, and you can send it to them. So it's interactive, and they're not having to go onto the, Facebook or to a website. It's more personalized. It's because, we know our website's not that user friendly, shall we say. So so I've been finding really good. I've been getting sales off of it, and I have two more people I'm still trying to get dates or get them to understand the on-demand party.
And they send you scripts and stuff. So the girl, she uses what she again had posted this last time, and she can repost. You can pay for $100, whatever. You watch a little training, you pay it, and it gives you all of it kind of set up. You can customize. You don't have to pay for that, but it makes it so much easier, because I'm in the middle of I took what they have, and now I'm doing my own. So if you're really familiar with Canva, you can probably just do it on your own, but I would recommend just do this and get it done. And it's an awesome form. It's just a new format and a great way for us Facebook's down, Instagram, people going on those two platforms are down, and we can't be slave to one of those things either. So it is a really good, easy way for people to have a party link and to shop, or just to send the business opportunity, whatever. Yeah, there's and Randy did put hers in our chat too.
Yeah. So here's
You're breaking up a little bit, Kimberly. Are y'all there?
Yeah. So here, I'm here. It's just I'm at a hotel, so the reception's not the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just really easy to slap stuff in. Although, is Leah still on?
No, she had to go.
Okay, I'll ask her a question.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I just muted.
I did notice, Leah, that the videos that were provided on there, that the Zyia videos, when I gave it to my girlfriend, the videos didn't go over.
Did you was it the template that you got from Julie, or from the on-demand? So sometimes it's like just the bandwidth from wherever they're at. If their internet's not good, sometimes the videos just won't load. I know some people have had issues with that and have emailed me, and I'm like, okay, well, it's working on my end, but that's usually the issue. It's just like an internet thing. And if the videos are really big, then that can also make it harder. But if it continues to be a problem, like I would just see if you can send the same one to somebody else or have her check it when she's not wherever it was that was giving her the problem, and just see if like maybe it was because usually it's probably just an internet issue.
Yeah, cool. You're breaking up. Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
So get
Yeah,
with her if you have any questions, and she can repost. That is a really good format. I also want to mention I'm doing a new format for my parties. I started this week. I found it on the marketing page. I think Robin, she's not here right now, but it was like I'm not doing leggings in one day and bras in one day, whatever. I'm like doing it Zyia favorites, back to work, comfy outfits. There's like 5 categories. Now, this is my first week doing it, so I want to make sure it's good, but I do have an instant share. I can share it with all of you. So let me just get through the week and see how my sales are and how it goes. And then I'm going to redo my videos based on that too. But I thought that would be better because it's outfit based instead of individually based. And a lot of the girls in the party have been in other parties, so I just wanted to try something new. But doing that, I also am trying to find a place where weekly, you can tell on the team page, I'm starting to do like our wins of the week and share tips and stuff. Please utilize that. But I do want to share, a lot of people have been asking, can I just get a post for, what should I post this week in VIP page or whatever. So I'm trying to come up with a system to help give you guys better things at your fingertips that are easy to use. I just don't know where that's going to live yet. So just a couple of things I'm working on. And then last, we're going to do Rise Up again in October in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So if you're new and you haven't done the Rise Up program, anybody you have new on your team, there's so many, we added 35, I don't know how many it is right now, but we've added a lot of people in the last 2 weeks. So please get them to do the program. It's self-guided, and it's a great way for them to learn the basics at their own pace with a Facebook kind of accountability group. So that has been awesome. But I think that's all I had. Does anybody have anything they want to add or ask? Or
I have a really random comment. It's Sloan.
Hi, Sloan.
Hi. Anybody in Charleston? I'm going to be there this weekend, and I already mentioned this to Angel, but I would love to get lunch with all y'all.
Oh, boo! I'm gonna be gone.
Well, I mean, I don't live that far. I'm sure I'll be back, but we're going to the beach for a weekend.
I have it down, girl.
Okay.
You should post it on the team chat or something, because
Okay.
I don't see any other. Well, Jeannie's in Charleston, but I don't see any other Charleston people. So do that,
I'll
girl.
post them there.
And then we can find a place and stuff. That sounds great. I've got it on my calendar.
Woohoo!
Yay. Okay. Anything else? Thank you, Leah. Again, that was amazing. Thanks, Kimberly. Thanks for everybody for sharing their summit experience. Have a great week. We have our call in 2 weeks remember, it's Tuesday night, and we have
Am I talking?
we have Jill McLaren from Canada. She's I think the original Canada rep, who's got a ton of people in Canada. So I'm super excited.
My
Zyia
team.
Canada team is growing a lot, and I think she's going to talk about Australia and strategizing for Australia. So, all right, guys, we'll see y'all soon.
A lot of people are on here.
Thank you. Have a good one.